What's going on, YouTube? Loki the Illis here. Now, is 2K18 a good game? Well, there are 5 things that I would like to discuss in this video. And these 5 things would be: why no animations list? Number 2, why the got next spots? 3, why do we have these long-winded theatrical menus for haircuts, tattoos, clothing, whatever? 4, the delusion of park players. And 5, last but not least, why I have chosen to leave the park for good in search of better pastures, also known as Pro-Am. So, around 1 midnight, I started thinking, why don't we have any access to the animations list? And it hit me like a ton of bricks. 2K has gone way too far, way too far. Was it not disrespectful enough to give us the same parks in 17? Was it not disrespectful enough to give us such a low amount of animations in terms of everybody having a different variety of game? I mean, after the first month, everyone's using the same moves. Literally everyone. And I don't even think it was because of cheesing, but just literally there wasn't much to choose from. So why hide the animations list this year? I mean, because essentially you didn't get to create an actual live play. Sure, if the app didn't crash for you due to network service, because that's what happened to me, perhaps you were able to scan your face. Yeah, you could choose your archetype. But after that, I mean, what could you really do in terms of creating your player? You didn't choose your dribble. And I don't mind the fact that we didn't get to play any actual park atmosphere games, just in terms of player versus player and not against the CPU. I didn't mind that at all. What I did mind was the inability to know if the build that I actually made was something that I would actually want. Why do you say that? Now, sure, we can all sit there and count them dots in a way to say, okay, well, if I have this many dots on that thing, then my jump shot must be around a 75 or 8. I get it. Cool. There is some sort of mystery to it, right? But since it's not supposed to be about badges this year, but more so your attributes, why? Why not show us that? Why not give us that? See, I know why. You want us to spend money. You want all of the guys out there who look at YouTube videos to find builds. I don't know why the hell you would even do that, but anyway, beyond that, you want to prey on those weak-minded individuals. You want those guys to make 10 mob players. Hell, what's the guy named? Gento? When he showed how much it cost him just to max out to, what was it, an 83 to 86? I'm not too sure which one, so whatever. But it was somewhere around, you know, that. It was like 180,000 V. Come on, man. That much VC, and you're not even at a... Oh, man. So, it's going to be a real money-hungry year for 2K. Not to mention, you're paying for hairstyles now. Yeah, that was free last year, wasn't it? You're paying for that now. See, I don't mind paying for the gear. But when you're telling me that we're paying for hairstyles now, it's like, come on, man. Come on. 2K, seriously? Now, let's move on to the next thing. And that next thing would be this GTA-like hybrid of a way of having us walk around and experience what it is to be a basketball player. Now, I don't know about the rest of you guys, and I understand 2K is on this line between a simulation, MMO, arcade-ish style type of gameplay in terms of basketball, right? Now, this shit was all theatrics. Theatrics. Nothing more, nothing less. Think about it. How often do you go to the park to play and you just see a bunch of guys standing around, not doing nothing? You want to get a game in, but you can't. You cannot get a game in because dudes are standing around. And this is just strictly for You guys that don't have people to play with, hell, it even applies to the guys that do have people to play with, because you'll win a game and you're standing there waiting for guys to get on next, but everybody's standing around using emotes. Have you ever played and you're waiting to get next and somebody will walk up on you and use an emote and walk away? Like, did you get on the game to play? Like, what the hell is going on? What is actually going on? You see, you wouldn't have that if we had an actual matchmaking system. I do not understand why anyone wants to use got next spots. This is not real life. It's not real life at all. This is a basketball video game. I don't turn on the game to wait to get into a multiplayer game and hope that somebody actually wants to play us. It is 2017. Why is that even a thing for a video game? A multiplayer video game. Online with other people, I have to wait to get in to a match. Not waiting on a matchmaking server, but literally I have to stand around and wait for someone else's game to be over so that I can enjoy a game as well. And hopefully we win, because if we don't, we must wait again. There is no fun in that. It is boring, it takes way too long, and it's just unbearable at this point. You see, I played Next Gen 2K towards the end of 2K15, which was around the time that I got a PlayStation 4. So I played fresh all of 16, fresh all of 17. And I, for one, have to say, this got next spot is old. It's old. It's old as shit. And it's one of the reasons that I just refuse to play Park. But the truth is, people who solely play Park, they suffer from this mass delusion that they're just the best at this basketball video game. Well, Park players, I hate to burst your little bubble, but you're playing a 3v3 to 21. Honestly, there isn't much strategy involved. There isn't much skill involved, which is why the Park becomes so repetitive after the first month that 2K drops. Which is why you have a plethora of cheese videos all geared towards the Park. You don't see that for Pro-Am. You don't see that for My Team. You don't see that for any other game mode besides Park. Why? Because Park requires little to no skill, little to no strategy. It is just a fact. You find cheesy animations and you abuse it. Not that I'm cut from that cloth, because to me that makes the game unbearable and boring, but I understand why you Park players do it. Because you want to be good at the game, but you're not really playing basketball. And how do I know that you're not really playing basketball? Because you guys think that a 3v3 at the Park actually means that you would be good in a basketball game. You won't. You take you same Park players, pull y'all in Pro-Am, and y'all aren't good. Y'all cannot function on an actual team. With calls, with the referee, y'all cannot function. I can't tell you how many Park players that I played with who just don't like Pro-Am. It's not that you don't like Pro-Am, because you'll sit there and you'll run 10 to 20 Park games a day, which is equivalent to like how many Pro-Am games? So there's no difference in the time you're spending on a game if you actually want to add up the fact that you're waiting around on spots to get next, and you gotta hope that you go on a streak. And even if you do, you gotta hope that people actually want to play you, because when they see you streaking, dudes don't even want to play you. So the Park isn't even full of actual competitive players. You're looking for competition, you're looking to actually test your mettle against another team to call yourself a real 2K basketball player. Go play some My Team, go play some Pro-Am, make a Pro-Am team. It ain't gotta be walk-on. And guess what? See if you'll survive. See if you'll sink or swim. Because the 3v3, full court, nah buddy, that's just not where it's at all. It's no knock to you guys, but what I'm tired of is hearing a bunch of Park dudes act like they're actually dropping people off. And they, dude, game is only to 21. It's only to 21. It's a full court game where if you get a fast break, do you know the chances of somebody being able to run you down and block you is slim to none? So let's be serious here. See, there's a reason the park is the way that it is. There's a reason 2K doesn't put much effort into it at all. Because you're only running 3v3 to a score of 21. How in depth do you want them to be? How much time do you want them to spend on the game mode that is my park when you're only playing to 21? You're only playing to 21. You got next spots because it would take y'all like nothing to max out your players if there was no next spots. So all of that shit has to be there because the game mode itself is a glorified stretch of what your mod court is. Nothing more, nothing less. Peace out, y'all.